In my recent Orange Crush video, I wanted to show that these inexpensive solid-state amplifiers with their little speakers can sound great on a recording if you know what you're doing. As these Orange amps are all voiced to sound like a big 70s rock band, what better tone to chase than Kiss? This song is called Strutter. It's one of the earliest songs I learned to play on guitar. It's probably the only Kiss song that I like, and the 3 guitar parts in this song fit perfectly the 3 different sizes of Crush combos. Let's take a listen to the track breakdown, and then I'll get into what I did to achieve these sounds. Let's start by talking about the bass. I used this Harley Benton PB50 vintage style P-bass and I ran it into this orange bass butler. This runs the bass into 2 different signal paths, providing a super clean compressed low end and a distorted mid-range which gets blended into one raunchy rock bass tone. In post, I'm applying an active EQ to keep it out of the way of the kick and the snare, and I'm adding a bit of compression from the UA distressor to keep it all cohesive, and that's just about it for the bass guitar. The main rhythm part was tracked with my Daphne Blue parts caster. I wanted something with a longer scale length for a snappier string response and a humbucker in the bridge position. This uses a high output humbucker from a Les Paul. A Gibson pickup in a Strat just feels very rock and roll to me. As this was the biggest guitar tone in the mix, I opted for the Crush 35RT with its 10-inch speaker. Given a decent amount of drive and volume, I think this really nailed the sound of a 70s rock guitar. This part was tracked twice and panned left and right. Each was treated with an EQ to emphasise the higher frequencies and clear some space in the lower mids. And a light distressor pass takes off any sharp transients to keep guitar 1 gelled together. The second rhythm part was recorded on the Gibson SG. The shorter scale length and the P90 pickups give it a bit of contrast to guitar 1. The tone of this part calls for a thinner, less distorted sound to accent what the main part is doing. I chose the Crush 12 as it's a cleaner amp with a 6-inch speaker, so we can make this sound more like an old tiny combo being driven to the point of breaking up. The extra fizziness here is adding to the old school rock vibe. It's not necessarily a pleasant sound on its own, but a lot of those 70s rock tones were like that. This part was similarly double-tracked and panned out, EQ'd to complement the chunkier rhythm part, and kissed with compression. Sticking with the SG, the guitar solo combines the Crush 20 with an Ibanez Tube Screamer, all blasting from its 8-inch speaker, giving a nasal, driving solo tone fit for the Knights in Satan's service. It's tracked twice, panned out, a wee push with the EQ and tamed with compression. I even slapped a tape echo from Safari pedals onto it and then it was perfect. I'm very happy with how the solo tone came out. Of course, what matters most is the mix and how it all comes together. With the mixing and mastering passes done, I think it sounds convincingly like Kiss, especially when you throw the original vocals on top of it. Take a listen and let me know what you think. Does it sound like 70s rock to you, or have I done Kiss a massive disservice with this attempt? You can let me know in the comments. That's all for now though. Keep it loud and enjoy the fully mixed Strutter.